Men should put in more effort. And
Well,
I
more
assume
effort.
this means,
What do you mean
Why
more,
should?
Do you mean more effort than women? More effort in general? What do you
in
mean?
general,
specifically?
I hear these complaints frequently from women that men don't put in any effort, men don't put in effort anymore. Since when have women really ever put in effort when it comes to the initial stages of building a relationship?
Typically in the beginning, it usually is the
They
man.
don't.
I just said the man. I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I just said they don't. But go ahead.
Well, you
No, hold on. Let her
okay,
speak.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because typically women or some women like the traditional way more, and so do the men. So like the men usually swoon, like you were saying before. That's usually, I mean, that's how I was growing up. Is the men usually swoon a little bit more, and then they catch the women because the women are supposed to be the catch. The women aren't, in my opinion, the women aren't supposed to be the ones chasing. That's personally how I've been growing up. And I'm just like, I think that's like the right way. I don't think a woman should ever have to chase a man. But I mean, if you find someone attractive and stuff, then obviously put in more effort from there. And just like, if the guy catches your eye.
And I will say, my mom brought me up, and my mom is a little crazy, so let's just put that pin in that. She told me, she said, always have a relationship with men that like you more than you like them.
That's true, though.
I've been told
That's
that as
not.
well.
No,
Because-
it has to be the reverse.
Because
the woman has
they're
to like the man more than the reverse.
That just does not.
I think you
work
should be
out
interested in one
That's
another
properly.
that's how it is.
But there's no such thing as equally because interests and in general, like there's so many different levels to the loving and the liking. Like everyone loves completely different and everyone expresses it in different ways. But it does usually work out better when a man just loves more than a woman because a woman is already so emotional and is already so invested into everything from the beginning that it's more heartbreaking for a woman to love more, period.
If that were the case, then have you heard of, I don't know if it's exactly a meme, but women will often complain that they have a bunch of men that are interested in them, but the guy that they like doesn't like them. So how could it possibly be the case that women will turn down dozens of men that are displaying immense amount of interest in them, but have their eye, and like putting those guys to the side, but have their eye on the guy that I want him, but he doesn't want me.
Because it's natural to want what you can't have.
Right,
Well,
but that totally,
yeah,
hold on,
but,
but
okay.
that totally, then your whole thing, your argument of, well, my mom told me that it's better for the guy to like you more than the reverse, whereas if
But you
men
still have
were...
to like them,
Yeah,
though.
that's
You
not
still have
really
to like
real,
them. It's not about like,
Once
you
you know,
don't
you
like them
know.
at all.
But you
it's
just
more-
made the argument that the guy has to like
it.
you
No,
more,
it
more,
works out better. But it
more.
doesn't matter how much. It's like it could be a little bit more. It could be like it's just about the expression and the investment. And women are already more invested from the start.
Not true. It's not true at all.
That's not typically
Okay,
true.
well, let me
women
ask you this.
have. I don't think you understand the degree of sexual optionality that women have compared to men.
I actually understand it quite
Brian,
a
let me ask
bit.
you-
Well, okay,
Remember,
fine. You
I've
understand.
dated a lot of people at a time.
Okay, cool. You're making my argument for me. So, since women
Yeah,
have,
but we all like
can you
each
stop
other.
interrupting? So, because women have, can somebody? This is the second time somebody's phone has
That's-
gone off.
That's just my alarm, sorry. Turn off my alarm, I silenced my phone.
Yeah. All right. So, totally lost my train of thought.
About the argument that men
And then she
have
was
to
saying that
love
she's been
women.
with multiple partners at once, and you
Well,
said that that's. I was just saying that.
I
you
lost my
said-
train of thought because of the alarm. Can somebody
You had a thought.
Well, let me ask you.
jumpstart me here?
Let me ask
no,
you.
no. Don't ask me. Jumpstart my thought.
That the women or
That
that,
a man
that,
should
that the
like
man
them.
should
You
like
said
them.
if
She said
your
that the
point
women is more
further.
invested in the men in the beginning of the relationship, and you were saying that's not typically true. And then she
Yes.
was saying how her mom was saying that. What did your mom say?
Well, that was first. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
first, and then
She was
I
just
said
saying
that
You were
She
saying
was
that
multiple
women have multiple
I
options.
was talking about.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah, I was
options.
talking about sexual optionality. So
Yes.
there's such a massive gulf and differential between the sexual optionality that men and women have. So an average woman, if she's so inclined, she could have the same the same amount quantity of sexual options as like an A-list celebrity, male athlete, movie star, musician.
Yeah.
billionaire,
Yeah.
etc. Average girl like you, you're a 19-year-old girl who goes to UCSB who studies math. You have the equivalent sexual optionality as an A-list celebrity, movie star,
Yeah.
whatever, what have you. If you wanted to sleep with 3 guys a day, could you?
Yeah, but I
You,
would.
well,
I,
right. You maybe wouldn't want to do that, but you could. In order for a guy to be able to sleep with 3 women a day, he has to be in the top 1% of men or be bringing major status.
Or lower standards.
Lowering standards. It's about lowering standards.
Even if he lowers his standards, he can't fuck 3 girls a day.
I have met men who did. I have dated men who did.
You've met average dudes who can fuck 3 girls a day, even if they lower their standards.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
what's the
and
point
they
of
did
this?
not even lower their standards. All the girls were hot.
What?
Yeah, I have dated men. I have dated men that have a live-in. I mean, a wife and then a girlfriend, and then they have like 3 more, as well. It's a polyamorous.
Did you hear what
thing.
I actually said though?
Well, yes, that.
Okay, so to procure a brand new girl that you've never met before, either through a dating app or out on the street, do you think that what percentage of the average man can pull 3 girls a day?
Can I add something to that?
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Well, I don't really like men too much, so I don't think that there's too many men who can do that
What
without
percentage?
doing. Well, I'm not going to go into. Okay, let's say about 25% of men can do it. However, it can be up to like 40 if men put in more effort in, let's say, what they're wearing, how they're styling themselves, and how they talk,
You
their
think-
how they
You
confidence.
approach
think
themselves.
40% of the average male,
If they improve
if they
themselves.
dress right and get a haircut, they can
No,
fuck
and they
3 new
improve
girls a day.
themselves.
3. Answer the question.
If
Answer
they
the actual
improve,
question.
yes, if they improve their confidence,
They can
along,
pull
yes.
3 girls a day.
Yes.
You're insane. I'm sorry.
Well,
You're absolutely insane.
okay, but I'm sorry, you
Can
look
they
the way
get
that you
girls?
do, so it's like.
Can they get girls?
Through dating apps, they could get girls.
No, bro.
I know so many people that are
Delusional. Actually
women-
delusional.
Okay, I think in general, women put, on average, a little more effort into how they present themselves.
Exactly.
So we can't like judge completely based on that. Like if some you call average men put in a little more effort, just like the girl they
Exactly.
want.
Okay.
Also, this
Exactly.
this
A
hold
little
on.
makeup around
Okay,
the eyes.
Here. Okay.
That, but just how they
So,
present
but
themselves.
Well, yeah, though, but like.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, I get you. It's
So
the confidence.
I'll just give you the reverse of your argument then. If a girl makes absolutely no effort, she doesn't put any makeup on, she rolls out of bed, she's wearing sweatpants, her hair's all disheveled, she can go out into the street and fuck 10 guys in a day.
I disagree.
Yes.
I disagree
Yes,
because
she
I
could.
was that girl. I was that girl at a time when I
Did you
was.
go? Hold on. You were that girl at the time. Did you go up to 10 men on the street and ask them point blank, period, will you have sex with me right now?
Why the fuck would I do that?
No, but
Are you? You're not even engaging in good faith here. That's
okay.
literally what I'm
That's what it-
talking
that's
about.
what it sounded
That's
like.
literally what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, but except I would
No,
not be
Hold
able
on. Let me
to
translate.
get those
Let
10
me just
guys
translate.
to sleep
I'm
with
going-
me
yeah,
if
stop.
I did ask
I need you to
at
stop.
those
I'm cutting
times.
you off. So let me translate. This is your argument. So I was that girl who, woke up, didn't put makeup on, wore sweatpants, was disheveled. Is that your fucking phone?
Hey, wait, relax.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
I don't know what's going on. I just need her. Can you just come over here? I'll
Just-
you continue.
Here, go out this way.
Just why get her up? Just pass her the phone.
I was gonna say also kind of. Do you want me to keep your thought?
Why wouldn't we have just passed? Okay. So, you didn't wear makeup. You were disheveled. And so your point of view is that guys just didn't come up to you. That's your argument.
No,
That's your argument.
No, I have tried to be friends with people. I've tried to be friends with guys, with women, with everybody. But a lot more people physically and literally rejected me as a person just based on how I was looking, period. Like, it actually does matter a lot. Like, pretty privilege is a real thing.
Okay, so here, why don't we operate from the scenario that I gave you? Sleeping with 3 new people in a day.
Okay.
So, Who do you think would fare better if I send an average woman or an average man to the street with a billboard with a sign that says, I'm looking for dick, I'm looking for pussy?
Okay.
Who's going to get
Everyone
laid?
here is an average woman, and you're an average man. So
What does that have to do with anything? Answer the actual
everyone,
question.
okay, because the thing is that average man and average woman are already different. Because average woman already puts in more effort into how she presents
He's saying
herself.
absolutely rolled out of
Literally
bed,
a
nothing.
5
Have
and a
a woman roll out
5.
of
A
Okay.
5 and a 5, so their looks match.
Okay, so they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
They are looks equivalent. They don't look exactly the same. They would be looks equivalents.
Okay,
A woman would have an easier time.
probably.
Yeah,
agree
a
with
woman
that.
would have an
Yeah,
easier time.
a woman would have an easier time, but it's not like every single guy is gonna, every
It's usually
single guy
because
would
the-
say yes.
Did I make the argument that every single guy would go up and want to fuck her?
No,
That's not the argument I'm making.
Yeah, but
it could be 1 out of 20 men.
yeah,
That would be
yeah,
enough.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Right, but I don't know. You're making an argument about something totally different.
Okay, well, my bad. I didn't mean to sidetrack in that particular direction, but it's like, yeah, a woman would have an easier time, but like also, men are a little bit more desperate just to begin with.
Do women like desperate men?
Not really, but
Okay.
men will pretend that
Women
they're
typically
not
like
and
strong,
try.
masculine men. That's if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Not all.
No, I said
not
I said
all.
typically. Oh, never mind. Sorry. That was just.
So
a
wait,
lot
and so
don't.
do you think that there are more strong masculine men than there are just attractive women?
I don't really know how to answer that. I would say probably not. I have no idea. Wait, you
Do you,
said
okay, here's a
yeah,
different
wait, say it
question.
again. Yeah.
Do you think there are more attractive women or more attractive men?
Personally, in my opinion, more attractive men because I don't find women attractive. Like,
No.
but,
I don't
like-
mean. I'm not telling you. You don't
Sorry,
have to.
I took
You
it
don't
wrong,
have to
yeah.
find them sexually or romantically attractive. I just mean like.
I'd say typically the women are because they usually put in more into like their looks, into their makeup, into their hair. I feel like there's more just because I feel like there's. Sorry, did I miss something?
That was just a comment.
Oh, I just feel like I lost my train.
The women put in more effort.
Oh, so typically the women would be prettier, I guess you could say.
You disagree?
No, I completely agree because that is the truth. Women already from the very start, from the very childhood, they have to present a certain way and they have to look a certain way and they're taught to act a specific way and just be a specific way in
I feel like
every
it-
single better word to be the better themselves every single time.
I feel like it's not really like a super taught thing. I feel like more so than just an expectation that
Yes.
society kind of grooms women to care more about their appearance than they would most males. We have things that are obviously like we have advantages in the sense that women, men, and non-binary can all wear makeup. I'm just saying that predominantly like a straight male is not going to wear makeup. And me personally, I look completely different without fake eyelashes, eyeliner, and all of this stuff. So, and also women are more predominantly going to get boob jobs, lip filler, different things like that.
They're
And
gonna
the
do
cute
more to change their
outfits.
appearance than women.
Well,
than
men can wear
would.
cute outfits too.
Yeah, but it doesn't. They don't.
I'll even put on a man's outfit.
They
and I'll
don't
still
do
pull
it for the figure. They don't do it for like the specific style sense. They just put on
Yeah.
a shirt.
I'm going to move it along.